Hey guys, Vic here coming to you live with another session on The Collective Gamer. So I've actually seen a couple videos on YouTube where people actually cover their game collection to date, and I've seen some pretty impressive collections out there, I kid you not. Compared to what I've seen, I am only at the very beginning. But that being said, I only started this back in January, so I want to let you guys know my progress. Pretty much you're going to see what I was able to accomplish from January until now, the high-priced items, the non-high-priced items, stuff like that. So before we get to my collection, I want to give a shout out to the winner of my sweepstakes, Philip Perez. Alright, he was the lucky winner who actually received a factory sealed copy of Spiral the Dragon last month, and I wish him well. So keep an eye on the channel. I'll be hosting one eventually. The question is when. So it depends on you guys. Feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. And depending on how it grows, I'll hold another one. Alright, I'm not going to lie. I've seen a lot of impressive collections online. So I'm going to be real with you when I say that this collection is just the beginning. Before anyone complains, yes, I know Halo is an Xbox game, but this poster I got for a really good price. And honestly, it just fits well in the area, so I kind of just put it there. So what I have here is sleeve protectors for games that I will be getting in the future. I got PS1, the slim ones. I'm looking to get some PS1, the dual disc, or some of them are like 3 or 4 disc collections. This one's for PS2 games. And then I ran out, but right here is where I put my PS3, PS4, and PS5 sleeve protectors for the games I'm buying in the future. Alright, so for this section I'm going to go over a couple of the really hard to get ones. Honestly, my most expensive ones, or the ones that are most valuable in the collection, and I gotta say most of them are in the PS1 collection. So starting off in alphabetical order, I'm not gonna lie, this one right here was extremely hard to get. Alright, not because that's not easy to buy, I mean there's plenty of them out there, but getting one that actually has the official PS1 stamp or seal, whatever you want to call it, those are super rare. So this one I actually won in a bid war. Nobody else actually wanted it, surprisingly, and I only paid around 60 bucks for that one. Going from there, the next one definitely has to be Gran Turismo 2. Alright, keep in mind these are all factory sealed. I know it's the greatest hits version, but honestly, I don't mind as long as it's got that seal right there. Alright, they hold their value, they just look great in the collection, and hey, greatest hits lets you know how good it was. You know, it was acknowledged for the PS1 console as one of the best games in the console, and there's nothing wrong with that. Number 3 on the list, and you guys have definitely seen a video if you've been following my channel, is definitely Spyro the Dragon. Alright, for those of you who have been following, I recently had a contest and I gave away a free factory sealed copy of this game. If you missed it, go back to the beginning of the video because I say who exactly won, and I even posted the picture and also put a link to their channel if you guys want to check out their content. So going from there, the next one definitely has to be Soul Blade. I'm surprised most people don't know about this one. I mean, this was technically supposed to rival Tekken 3. Even on the back, look at this. It even says on the back, if you thought Tekken 3 was tough, take a stab at this. Like, this was a direct challenge to the Tekken series, I kid you not. So online, I saw last it was around 60 to 75 bucks if you get the greatest hits version. If you go for the black label, which I'm surprised a lot of people try to go for, it goes anywhere between like 200 to 1,000 bucks. Alright. Definitely going with the final one on PS1. Oh wait, no, we got 2 more on PS1. This one is my pride and joy. Alright, I got Tekken 3 at a bid war. At the time, I got it super cheap, factory sealed. It still got the seal of... There you go. You can see it from front to back. And honestly, for those of you who have played this game, you can see why it was considered one of the greatest hits on PS1. Last I checked, there's going to be one coming out called Tekken 8. So if you've been following the series and you ever feel nostalgic, go back to Tekken 3 because honestly, that's the one that started it all. Last one we're going for in the PS1 collection is definitely this one right here. 007 Tomorrow Never Dies. And the only reason this is on the list is not because it's expensive, but it's actually surprisingly hard to find. When I bought this on eBay, and even to this day when I checked, there's very few of these on there. Alright, so we're going to the PS2 collection now, and I gotta tell you about these 3 games right here. These are worth some serious cash. Alright, so let me just set these up real quick so you can actually see them. There you go. So I bought this actually with the full outside cover, but honestly, I didn't really care about keeping that. Even separately, I've noticed that these, considering their black label, sell for good money, anywhere between 75 to 350 bucks online, just separate. If you see one full, even with the cover on the outside, you'll see the price is actually even higher. But again, for the sake of my collection, keep in mind I get them all cover protected and stuff like that. I just couldn't keep it, and honestly, I like it better just looking like this. Moving on to the next one, you'll see that I wasn't lying when I said I have the full collection of Jak and Daxter, straight from 1 through 5. Alright, granted they're the greatest hits versions, but honestly I don't mind. I mean, it's for my own personal collection. I don't plan on selling these at all in the future. If I did, I'll probably invest in like a black label at some point in time, but for now this just does the job. What I did to begin, I got the titles that honestly I grew up with. Alright, that's the best way to do it. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then what's the point, you know what I mean? So I actually remember growing up with this series. I started exactly from Jak and Daxter, and then as I grew, I just kept playing them. You know what I mean? Like, literally, by the time I was an adult, I actually finished Jak and Daxter: The Lost Frontier. At that point, I realized that the series was a part of me forever. So, honestly, that's the reason why I have it in my collection, factory sealed. It's just worth it. Alright, I may not have many PS3 games, but I am proud to say I actually own one of these, Infamous. Alright, granted the price of it is not as expensive as it should be, but the game when it came out was just revolutionary. I still remember going into Walmart and playing the demo of this game, like the open world and the electric powers that he had. It was just amazing. I did not want to put that game down. Last but not least, we're going towards the PS4 collection, but I have to start off with this one, Uncharted 3. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 originally came out on PS3, and I'm still trying to find 1 and 2 in factory sealed good condition. But honestly, it goes forward from there. Let's start with this one. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, pretty much entails the first 3 from PS3 all in one disc for the PS4, and honestly, it is just a good time. Alright, there's a reason why this game is so popular. They even made a movie about this. That's how good it was. For those of you who haven't played, pretty much it's like a treasure hunting series, and it started with Nathan Drake, who pretty much says he's a quote-unquote descendant of Sir Francis Drake, but it's still unknown whether or not that's true or not. But honestly, the series itself is just great. 5 games so far. It's been remastered now for the PS5 as well, and it's just a must-have for any game collector who's looking to get them sealed. You know what I mean? These games right now are dirt cheap, and odds are if you can get like a collector's edition, its price will only go up in time. But moving forward, we're going to a limited run. I covered Jak and Daxter earlier, as you can see, but this one I am extremely proud of. Jak 2, limited edition run for PS4. This one is actually worth good money. Granted, on the Play Store you can get all 4 games for dirt cheap. I'm thinking like maybe 10-20 bucks depending on the time this video was posted. But getting a sealed disc copy for PS4 is actually very hard to get. Pretty much it's the same as the PS2 disc, it just runs on the PS4, it's optimized for the PS4. The thing about limited run games is there's only a finite amount of them in the world, so over time this game's value will only increase. You know what I mean? Going ahead, these 2 games, if you were to see them in the store, they're actually usually paired together in something called the Quantic Dream Collection, and for good reason. These 2 right here honestly came out on the PS3 first, but it was remastered for the PS4. These 3 games are unique because the way that you play, it's your choices matter. Alright, I'm actually covering this one right now in my channel, Detroit Become Human, and depending on your choices, the androids either live or survive, or humanity pretty much reaches like a next world war with the androids. Alright, but these 2, same thing. You got actresses like Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe in this one. Heavy Rain was also a very good one. All 3 of these games focus on your choices matter kind of theme, and then it just goes from there. Going to the PS5, I know I don't have many, but hey, I found these 3 games for a steal, like $5 each, I kid you not. Factory sealed, and that's pretty much it. I don't have a PS5 yet, I'm sad to say, so I won't be able to enjoy these, but it is on my list to get it in the future. So thank you guys for watching the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what you want to see in the future, and keep an eye on what I post, because who knows, my next video might interest you.